putting it on a tape here for the Comehy, the Tidy Towns in Ballyboy.
Yeah.
Can you explain it to us, Jeff?
Well, that's basically it's a hot air engine for it was used to produce gas from petrol.
Right.
You blow the air over the petrol like a carburetor and adjust it then, and it produced the gas to light your house. It light maybe 8 gas lights in your house on a gallon of petrol for a week.
Yeah.
You know. But it's a Heinrichi engine, hot air engine. Normally run off coal or something like that, you know.
Right.
Coal or sticks or anything you want, but it's on a big table normally.
Yeah.
And the petrol tanks, of course, are missing off that one.
Right.
It's a rare hook. There's about 2 of them in the country. That's the only one that's running.
Man, Jeff. And you done it up yourself or found it in that
We
condition?
did. Somebody else found it, and I done it up. Yeah.
Great, great.
And basically, there wasn't much to do with it.
Yeah. And where was it made, Jeff?
The engine is made in Germany,
Oh,
and
right.
it was in a big house actually, the far side of Banagher there.
Right.
And it was running the house. So all big houses had those years ago, back in 1800 or late 1800s, early 1900s.
Right.
Before coal gas came in.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. And 1 gallon of petrol, you say?
It light 8 gas lights for a week.
A week.
Yeah, roughly a week. But you could cook off it or anything as well. It was a petrol air gas mixture, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Very economical, wasn't it?
Well, it would be for that type of work, or a fan or a pump, but it wouldn't have great horsepower.
Yeah.
I think it was only about 1/8 of a horsepower or something like that, you know.
Yeah.
So if you were looking for 2 or 3 horsepower, your machine would probably be about 6 ton. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's a tremendous weight in that job. Yeah. They're very inefficient, but they're experimenting with them again in America.
For the ozone layer.
Probably.
Yeah.
Something to do with that.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I'd say there'd be a few fumes off that too, you know, because you'd be adjusting that like a carburetor of you know, to get like your engine running right. There'd be a mixture screw on them as well.
Right.
You get the right consistency of gas,
Yeah.
or the gas-air mixture, I should say.
Yeah.
Of-
It wouldn't be dangerous, Jeff, no?
Oh, it would be dangerous enough. We're always held in outhouses or, you know, and piped into the house.
In an eerie spot.
That was safe enough, as long as you didn't have any bad leaks or anything like that, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, you do be up and down the country, Jeff, but manage to field.
Many is the field day, except this year, of course, the foot and mouth had an awful effect on everything, you know.
Devastating.
Yeah,
Yeah. Devastating.
yeah.
Right, Jeff. Thanks very much for your
You're welcome.
information then, Jeff. Your name.
My name is Philip Larkin from Clonford, Bennesaw.
I think I heard you before, Philip. Yeah. And
Probably.
you own the horses here, do you?
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
2 Clydesdale horses, 1 8-year-old, 7-year-old, and 1 9-year-old.
Right.
Paddy and Bruno.
You have 2 names on them.
2 names on them, yeah.
Right. Good
And
man.
this is Joe Hurley. Spender goes round with me doing the horse plowing and we'll do a bit of horse.
Yeah, we do go a lot of places together now with the horses, and
I think that's
as much
great to
as
see them. Yeah. They're fine animals. And,
There are 17 hands. He's 17 hands, and Bruno is about 16.3. And he's probably a better horse.
In what way now?
He's a better built horse. He's a stronger horse.
Right. Yeah. Grand harness on.
Harness is middling, it's not too bad.
Yeah. That's grand.
The bit of brass brightens them up a bit.
It's grand. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair dues to you lads, and great community effort here.
Yeah.
and-
Yeah. Up here in Ballyboy, I think you have a splendid community effort.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have as good down in Aircord, but hopefully it'll open our eyes
Yeah.
to see why it shouldn't be done.
Aircord
We're-
went off the map there for.
Well, it's off for the last 2 years, but we'll probably have it on this coming year, hopefully.
Great, something to look forward to. obviously,
And
yeah.
I'm having a thrashing myself in about 3 or 4 weeks' time, and anyone around, you're invited down. People
Thanks.
Ballyboy and Kilcormac are
Great.
like to have them down.
Might go down there. Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be welcome to come down.
Thanks very much, Philip,
You're welcome.
for the information on the horses.
Horsepower itself is a Philip Pierce horsepower. It's a 16-inch unit, one of the smaller units, to be basically supplied to the small farmer, to be the small farmer's outfit,
Yeah.
not a contractor's outfit.
Right.
Back 100 years ago,
Right.
I bought it off a fella down in Mylock, County Galway. It was in a derelict condition, and I got it about maybe 7 or 8 years ago,
Yeah.
and I restored it and to what it is today.
Yeah.
But it is a very primitive little unit. It hasn't a big output. Compared with I have a bigger unit which is a 26-inch, and
Right.
it would have about 4 times the output of it, I'd say, or more. But it would be a 4-horse or a 6-horse.
Right.
Two horses are limited what power they can produce.
I see. Yeah.
So it is a very basic unit.
You could add 2 here and 2 here.
Two. It would need next to 2 horses by right, but those 2 horses are well able to drive what it's capable of thrashing.
Yeah.
But the bigger unit is a 26-inch, and take the 4 horses or the 6 horses possibly to drive it.
Yeah. Well, say this unit was set up in a certain field, Philip, and you'd trash your own. Would you trash neighbours as well?
Usually usually it wouldn't be back 100 years ago to be brought around on a horse's cart. And
Oh, that'd be
to the
actually
locality.
transported.
Well, it would be to a lesser extent. There was a contractor's unit which was a heavier unit.
and they'd leave it put. And
Well,
people would bring the grain.
sometimes, sometimes that had happened, but mostly they would transport it. Mostly they would transport it. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a special cart adapted for carrying it
Oh,
around.
right. And you could go from Haggard to Haggard.
Haggard,
to mill.
yeah. And usually the farmer that you'd be thrashing for would supply a horse or 2.
Right. When you're on and get tired.
When you're you'd need 4 horses maybe, but the contractor would probably only have 2 horses, or maybe
At any time.
At any time, yeah.
from yard,
a farmer would usually have to supply 2 horses.
Right, yeah. Fair dues to you, Philip. It's great to see it, and great to see such fine animals, well looked after and very obedient and all.
Yeah, they're not too bad.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
Thanks very much, Philip.
Grant.
Oh, no.
Don't mind berries.
Oh, Jimmy,
Yes.
what do you think of the situation here today? Do you like it?
Well, it brings back old memories, you know.
Yeah.
A lot of it, when I was a young fella, I used to go around to trashings with my father long ago and take out chaff.
Right.
When I'd be at all old trashings. But I remember years and years back when I was very small, in my grandmother's, they had a winning machine like that.
Yeah.
And they used to trash oat and straw, you see, with the flails
That's
in the
right.
barn.
Yes.
And we'd use it for thatching. My grandmother had a couple of houses she used to rent that time.
Right.
You know,
roofing them
and
again.
they used to roof them again with the straw.
Straw, yeah.
And it's very interesting now to see it all coming back to life again.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. I see.
I'm really enjoying it.
Were a farm of work during the winter for the labourers
That's right, yeah.
before the thrashing mill came in.
Before the thrashing mill came in. It was done during the winter time in a barn.
That's right, Jim.
Yeah, and they bring the winning machine out to the front of the barn when they get the wind blowing away from them.
That's right, yeah. Yeah.
And
flails.
the chaff didn't fall back into the bucket where you'd be catching the oats.
Yeah.
You know, and it was marvellous.
Ah, you
Really
remember
enjoyed
that,
it.
Jimmy.
Oh,
Yeah.
indeed I do.
Yeah. Fair dues to you.
But I never saw the horse thrasher.
Yeah.
I never saw that in my lifetime, only to see it in recent times, that's all.
Yeah. Philip Larkin from the
Yeah.
airport now owns them horses, so he does.
Oh, I see, yeah, they're fine horses, yeah. We had horses like them long ago, my grandmother had them. I was born in, well, I was reared with my grandmother, and she had big draft horses like them
Great.
for drawing gravel with
Right.
trap cars.
By contract.
Contract, yeah, for down to good bodies for the building of the factory
silos.
and the building of the silos and that, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, indeed.
Yeah. See, there was
Things-
no lorries then and that.
There was no lorries that time, you know, and I was a young fella
Great.
back in the 1940s, you know.
I got it.
Brings back a lot of memories to me,
Yeah, yeah.
you know. I do really enjoy going out to Tony Berry's in Clonshanny. Tony does have a lot of this vintage stuff, and he runs them all back for me, and I'd spend hours and hours looking at them. I'd be thrilled,
Yeah, great.
you know.
Great, yeah.
He does have thrashings and old vintage machines and what have you. It is very, very interesting.
Ah, he is, yeah. He's an unsung hero too, isn't he?
Pardon?
He's a kind of a hero
Oh,
himself. into
Tony
this,
is a great man for vintage
yeah, yeah.
and for all traditional things, you
That's
know.
right. He's behind the camera the whole time. He never
Behind the
comes in.
camera, you'd never see Tony. That's
no,
right.
No, no.
Yeah.
All right, Jimmy.
But someday we'll catch him again anyway.
Ah, we
Jim.
will, yeah.
Thanks very much.
All right, Jimmy. Thanks yourself.